then lost to Wrench at Summer Championships, lost to Wrench at CEO, lost to Wrench at DreamHack Dallas. Like, Wrench was his nemesis.
There was a very long string of games where Wrench was denying Boomie that top 3, or locking him into that 3rd place finish repeatedly, and Wrench would be going into those grand finals against Sandstorm. But right now, it's going to be Boomie who's going to try to deny Wrench. Gets the ground pound, but Wrench gets above with the nair. Both of them fighting in these offstage. Boomie charges up the signature, gets the wall touch, and Wrench is now stuck on the wall for a brief moment.
That gravity cancel neutral signature on Bo can be really effective for Boomie, not only as a recovery tool, but if you can approach your opponent at that 45-degree angle, you're going to be able to do some work on the edge. We know Boomie is able to do stuff on the edge with a lot of moves that other people might not be using on the edge.
Whoa! He just did it! He just did it! The good old Russian Mafia off the gravity cancel down light to start that one off, and he goes to the wall because he wants to extend this lead. He doesn't want Wrench to catch him with some iframes. Oh, that's trouble though.
Gravity cancel neutral signature. Boomie knows he's done. That big slap over near the edge, that's exactly what Wrench could hope for there. If that was on the middle of the stage, that wouldn't have knocked out. That would have taken some of the force away with the bounce.
So Wrench is hitting these strings, though. He is getting so much extension. Oh, no, the ground pound. Boomie got the touch. Oh! The neutral signature going to reverse their positions.
That's 2 now neutral signatures that are going to be very effective for Boomie as an approach tool to the wall. Except, man, dude, I can't get over how good Wrench ground pound was chasing after Boomie's ground pound.
Dude, that was like the thing about Wrench way back when was like, if you try to ground pound him, he's gonna just take your stock because you missed the ground pound.
That recovery, that's gonna be the knockout. Wrench with just a little bit of a lead here.
Nice downline.
Ooh, not enough.
Heavy. Still not enough though. Like you were saying, the scoop will do it. Stock count evened up. What's he gonna stick with? Oh, it's gonna be the bow.
Sidelight tries to go for the D-light, doesn't pick it up. Wrench has the dodge in time. There's the sidelight. Ooh, reads the immediate rise from Boomie. Both players so even in this game so far. Backside of that D-light.
He gets the weapon denial. Boomie gets underneath, gets 2 nice recoveries. Flash out.
Now, if Boomie can be very careful about his placement on stage, he'll be able to live a lot longer than Wrench will. Because from the middle of the stage, unless Wrench hits a recovery from high up, Boomie's not going anywhere.
Yeah, it's going to be harder for him to get those knockouts. He could get the stage control with the downlight side air, or just the stock off the soft platform with the downlight recovery.
I'd be willing to bet if he hit that on the ground, it wouldn't have knocked out.
That's what I was kind of thinking, is that it was not going to be quite enough, but looks like that extra height off that soft platform was everything Wrench needed to take game number 1.
No swap for Boomie, leaving Small Mammoth, Small Great Hall, and Demon Island open.
You think that Nemesis point still holds true?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay, well, never mind.
I think Boomie's overcome that. I think Wrench can obviously still beat him, and I think Boomie can obviously still beat Wrench. But I don't think it's going to be necessarily one way or the other.
Well, we'll see if Boomie can indeed swing it his way as we get right on into game number 2 in Mammoth Fortress. No character swaps at all. It's going to be Boomie sticking with this Yumiko against Wrench.
Now, it's interesting, the maps that they left on board was kind of like one of each. Like Demon Island being a small map with very small walls and no soft platforms. Mammoth Fortress being like the standard go-to map with normal sized walls and 1 soft platform, or Small Great Hall, the tri-plat.
I think Small Great Hall was kind of like a neither of us are going to pick this one kind of thing. And I think Boomie favors Demon Island a little bit more, whereas Wrench
he
is
definitely
like leaning towards this one. Nice neutral light. Wrench still denied a weapon. The recovery going to launch high and get the KO.
I wouldn't have expected a recovery there.
Yeah.
From Boomie.
I was like, they're kind of lower than stage height, so interesting to see him go for it, and even more interesting that it led to a knockout considering how low they were.
Didn't go for the immediate D-light out of the side light. He's now missed those a couple times, so that's not going to be the normal one he goes for.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job of mixing up his follow-ups off of that side light, keeping Wrench on his toes, making sure that Wrench can't just get those immediate like gravity cancel down light punishes.
Oh man, that side signature was so close to punish the landing from Wrenched.
Instead, it just put him in prime position to get caught by the downlight.
And you saw a little bit of a scoot after that. Like, it wasn't a taunt, but it was basically a taunt coming out from Wrenched. He's going to have to be careful because he's in the red on his second stock.
Ooh, he's now dead on that second stock, and he is going to be coming in fresh on his final stock here in game number 2. That neutral signature for the hammer. Boomie's been so effective with it.
And I can't remember whether it was yesterday or the beginning of today. Boomie was struggling to hit that.
I want to say it was yesterday. Oh, nice movement from Boomie. Boomie gets up on the corner. Wrench goes in for the guitar string, and again, Boomie able to avoid it. Doesn't go for the recovery underneath that ground pound. Instead, goes for the safer movement, tries to get back up on the corner, doesn't want to go for anything too risky.
And Boomie's in prime position to take this game. Definitely get a lot of momentum in his favor.
Scoop up. Still not quite enough. Both of them go for the gravity cancel down lights, but Boomie's the one who connects.
Going straight into the next game. Ooh, actually, Wrench calling for a restart here.
Ooh.
Y'all probably can't see it at home, but Wrench asks, can I restart my game? Boomie coming in immediately with the denial, with the no, just like the magic conch.
No. That's not how the conch said it. Either way, Boomie is saying no, but likely...
I think she said, like, no! Yeah. Something like that.
Likely Wrench still did get that reset and is already back and ready to go. Gonna get right on into game number 3 in just a little bit. Boomie had a pretty convincing finish in the last one, but hopefully the reset was enough for Wrench to kind of reset his mental, or at the very least, he believes that it was something to do with his client, and that reset was everything that he needed.
He was definitely thinking about the stage banning more than he did before, but we're gonna go back to Mammoth Fortress yet again. I don't know if we've mentioned, but Boomie not in any particular stance. He's just in the default stance, and Wrenched is in the standard Asuri string stance.
Yeah, putting that strength from 4 to 5. Wants to be able to get those knockouts a little bit more consistently. Boomie finally picks up the weapon. Did get a little bit of damage onto Wrenched with the unarmed. Wrench going to play a much more paced game, it looks like, for game number 3, as he gets caught by 2 down airs. The ground pound did get the wall touch, but still took quite a bit of damage there.
Wrench struggling to find those really big dodge reads like we saw him a couple times before.
Yeah, he was
Taza was definitely popping off about that weren't true combos.
Staying low to avoid the neutral signature. It's disarmed from the neutral air from Boomie. Now he's over to the sword, but the side sig comes too quick for him. And Boomie's gonna get the first stock.
Ooh, immediately interrupts that. Boomie finding the hit to get back to the main platform. Neutral light coming out from Wrench. Wrench able to grab the weapon, has guitars in hand.
Yo, I really like that nair that came out from Boomie after he hit that recovery. Wrench was looking for the immediate punish ground pound, but Boomie was ready for it. This time, Wrench does find the hit with the down signature, and he's going to be sticking with the sword as Boomie, I believe, his next weapon prime to be is hammer. As he doesn't care about it. Down light ground pound recovery.
Yeah, he has Wrenched in the red now. Just put out a very solid amount of damage. That was about 50 damage in 4 hits from the unarmed kit. That nair sending him sky high, but not high enough.
Looking like that Disney Channel movie? Was it Disney or Nickelodeon?
I know. I think it was a real movie.
Well, yeah, but it was like a TV movie. Wait, no, it was a real movie, wasn't it?
No, I think it was a real movie.
It used to air on one of those channels all the time as well. Either way.
Walt Disney produced it.
All right, nice. Boomie gets the neutral air to get the stock. And is going to be right on into the final stock of Wrench. Wrench sticking with the sword. Gets the neutral sig opportunity here for Wrench. Needs to finish this stock off. Boomie doesn't have the jump, so he's going to be able to get back safely.
No, Sky High was definitely a theatrical release. You're not going to have Kurt Russell and Mary Elizabeth Winstead in a decon. Wrench doing a great job evening this up, even though Boomie started off with the lead. Sidelight coming out from Boomie. If he can find the flow on the hammer. Wrench just finding flow on the sword.
Ooh, big commit with the ground pound. Boomie not going to go for the punish. Again, Boomie really respecting Wrench off stage. He's going to go for the main stage, going to go for the neutral game instead of going for those off stage opportunities.
Ooh, Dare is such a good move on hammer.
Oh, the weapon toss. That should be it. No, Wrench cannot get the wall touch, and that is going to be game number 3 going the way of Boomie. He's 1 game away from going into the losers finals to fight Pugsy.
Yeah, this Yumiko pick from Boomie, man, has been working so well today. Started off yesterday struggling a little bit with it, ultimately having to swap.
I mean, he even had
Now
a struggle
Wrench
point
again.
earlier today, considering he's already in the losers bracket.
Yep. Wrenched again, thinking heavily about what he wants to ban. Leaving Small Brawlhaven, Apocalypse, and Demon Island open. You leave that Demon Island open, Boomie's likely to go there.
Yeah, he only wants this map, and it looks like Wrench knew it. And he's going to be going to Demon Island for game number 4.
3, 2, 1, brawl.
Boomie again, 1 game away from going into the losers finals, guaranteed top 3 finish. It starts off with a hammer pickup.
Now, Wrench is going to be hoping on this stage, because he's using the black color scheme, that he'll maybe blend into that background a little bit more, whereas Boomie, man, he's going to stick out like a sore thumb.
Wrench comes in with the camo, left this map on purpose. Oh, a nice ground pound from Boomie. Big down air. Wrench going to try to make the rotation. Got the wall touch. He's able to make it back safely.
Now, see, me and my small brain, I would have just gone for the nair option, but Boomie jumped up, went for the ground pound. Fantastic punish option there, forcing Wrench to go into the stage.
Yeah, almost led to the KO. Wrench had just enough movement to get to the wall safely, and he maintains the stock to get the downlight recovery.
A little surprised that knocked out on this map.
Yeah, that high ceiling of Demon Island makes it kind of difficult, but Wrenched still maintaining the stock. There's the downlight recovery, and there you see that high ceiling. I don't even think that put him off screen.
No, which I'm a little bit surprised at with how far the unarmed side heavy sent Wrenched, even though that was on like the right third of the stage. Like, it wasn't from the middle, but it wasn't close to the edge. Gotta get that turnaround scoop over the edge.
The chase dodge from Wrench. The scoop finally gets the stock, but Boomie has been pretty damaged here from Wrench.
Boomie coming in, hits the falling side air. There's the side light. That's the second side light down light that hasn't hit.
Oh. Oh, he gets caught by the wall. It pulled him into the wall, so unfortunately Boomie couldn't get the follow-up off the wisps.
Yeah, that's one thing Boomie doesn't like about that signature over there on the wall.
Downlight side air. Boomie now down to his final stock. Could very well see this go to game number 5. And what's surprising is this is the map that, like, we've been saying Boomie wants this map. This is a map that he likes. Wrench really putting in the work on it.
Ooh, that side air, man. That was almost close enough to kissing that hitbox. Light side air from Wrench, sending Boomie over the edge. The ground pound, and send him down below.
Nice.
Looking to reach up. That's exactly what Boomie wanted.
He was waiting for that opportunity. You didn't see him panic go high, which Wrench was expecting with that gravity cancel downlight. Instead, Boomie actually stayed low underneath Wrench. And then once Wrench committed to that gravity cancel downlight, he's like, all right, here's my opportunity to hit this recovery. Again, Boomie behind though. Game number 4. There it is. The chase into the slap down. Wrenched takes game number 4. We're going to game number 5 between Boomie and Wrenched.
Beautiful movement around that corner. I'm assuming that's going to be on the replay because that was gorgeous how fast that was.
That is something that Wrenched really put in the time on and is like kind of indicative of a Wrenched play. So he hits that side light and then does the chase stop forward, down, side
man, there was that beautiful replay on that.
And Boomie's actually going to be banning out Demon Island, leaving Apocalypse, Small Great Hall, and Small Mammoth Fortress. Probably we'll see Small Mammoth. Yeah, that's going to be the lock-in for game number 5 between Boomie and Wrenched.
This is such an important set for both of these players. The fact that we've gone all the way to game 5 here shows how evenly matched they are with each other.
We've seen the momentum swing both players' directions. Even inside of a singular game, we've seen it swing back and forth. Very even between the two. Boomie trying to cover that corner with the down air.
Now, Wrench did secure the last kill last game with the Katars, but his sword, man, it's been looking really good today, especially in this game. We're seeing an official taunt coming out, not just a little bit of a scoop.
You know what I just realized is that since these are those awkward CEO accounts, they don't have taunts like unlocked by default, which means that's probably the only taunt Wrenched has, and that means Sandstorm went out of his way to buy the Qatar taunt.
Ethan also bought the Qatar taunt and the beating your chest taunt.
Oh, okay, that's true because he has that in the windscreen. Right?
Yeah.
Wrenched deep red on his first stock. Boomie really trying to finish this one off. Hasn't taken too much damage. This is doable. But now that Wrenched has the sword, that's what took Boomie's first stock so convincingly. Nice downlight into the recovery. Great spacing from Boomie, outspacing that downlight approach.
Yeah, you saw him back up 2 times after Wrench, major backups after Wrench threw out an attack.
That's one thing I really like about Boomie's movement right now is he'll do like a forward move and then wait a little bit and then do another move instead of like what we'll see a lot of times from players like Koslix or Wrench, where it's kind of like this frequent back and forth, like dash in, dash out, dash in, dash out.
Yeah, Boomie's definitely not a slave to muscle memory. Ooh, the bottom side of that nair. Oh, Wrenched! Went for a little bit of a greedy option there.
I think he was trying to keep track of Boomie's movement options and didn't think he could touch from that position that he was in. He was like, all right, Boomie's trapped now. I'll go for this neutral signature. But Boomie very patiently knows his movement options, avoids that falling side air.
Both players 1 or 2 hits into red. Extremely even in this game 5 situation.
Each of these hits are so important. The neutral air, Boomie takes a slight lead over Wrenched, and he is likely going to be sticking with this bow. This is the weapon that he likes for those early parts of a stock.
Both players were disarmed for a second, but it seemed like Wrench knew exactly where that weapon spawn was going to come in. You saw him jump and get right there before it even appeared on the screen.
So he's got the .exes. Unarmed plays coming out from Boomie. Most of the damage built up onto Wrench's final stock here has been the unarmed play from Boomie.
Weapon toss going just over Boomie's head. He doesn't have to burn a dodge to get away from it. Wrench using a lot of his in-air movement economy. Boomie going back onto the platform. Wrench maybe thought he was safe. In comes the ground pound. In comes the D-Light ground pound from Boomie.
Big neutral air. Wrench starting to bleed out here. Boomie still on the second stock. Has not lost it. The side air will finally do it, but Wrench is going to need something big. Likely will be relying on those Katars. He has to hit the reads.
He's got to be careful, though. You saw how close that Insig was from ending Wrench's run today.
Oh no.
Ooh.
He got the wall touch.
Ooh, Boomie needs to get to a weapon. Ooh, Boomie needs to get to a weapon.
One scoop and Wrenched is done. Oh, just outspaced.
Oh, my gosh, he did it! He just did it! What in the world?
One damage difference. Wrench could not afford to get hit, and he didn't. Wrench just stole that final stock from Boomie to close out game number 5 and go into the losers finals.
They went 5 games. It came down to last stock red, 597 damage to 598 damage. That set, another nail biter of a set. Oh my gosh, the fact that he took that. We didn't see him do anything like that the entire set. He didn't have that much of a read on Boomie's movement the entire set.
He was getting those small pop reads, but
Yeah.